So let me pull y'all closer because apparently I'm too far away. As promised, I wanted to share my ancestors' table that I was guided to during my beginning stages of my spiritual awakening. And I was led today, actually about yesterday, to speak about it. And just side note, I started Miss Mood's Motivational. Oh, for those of you who are now just tuning in, Miss Mood's Motivational Mondays was originally on YouTube, but because of I just honestly, I did a few videos and I felt pressure. I started to feel, I didn't feel as excited to post videos because of the editing and everything else. Like, I just didn't want to do all that. And I felt pressure. And so I felt stuck. And so something came to me and said, do it the way you feel comfortable doing. And I was like, oh, I could do that? So I felt like Spirit was just saying, we just want you to share. We want you to provide what you learn and your experiences and put it out there, because there's people who feel and go through or have questions that you have already been through that you can enlighten them. And I was like, okay, right? So I got excited again and I decided I am no longer doing YouTube videos for Miss Mood's Motivational Monday. I'm going to be doing blogging. I love to write. I love to be able to just express myself and get all my points across, right? And videoing to me is like more talking, and I'm more of a one-on-one person. Like, I like to engage into intimate conversations with people, not like a whole crowd of people. I'm not there yet. And I'm not saying I'll never be there. I'm just saying at this moment, being asked to do something this new, this transparent, what's best for me and my anxiety is being able to do things that I'm comfortable with and still be myself, still deliver what it is. Because it's not about me. It's about the experience. It's about the knowledge. It's about God. It's about my ancestors. It's about the spiritual side, the mystical side, the metaphysical side, along with my human side. And being able to express that to people, right? So, not to make this video long, but I just wanted to share something that I do with my ancestors. I'm going to turn the camera around really quick because I just want to point out a few of my ancestors. Behind me, you can see those are my children, all of them, and I think including myself, baby pictures and stuff like that. I don't even know if I can, see, that's on the video because it's too much. So without further ado, the people on my ancestor table or my ancestor wall are people that are very near and dear to me. And I have them there because I didn't grow up with my family. I grew up in foster care. And these people were in my life maybe for a month or two, the most. But they are my blood family. And everybody on this wall, they passed. But I wasn't at any of their funerals. Nor did I know like the exact moment when they died because of me being in foster care. And so when I first found out about ancestor veneration, it was hard. I was scared, but I was that kid because of my condition and predicament of being in foster care. I was that kid that had a lot of questions. Why, my family's so dysfunctional, why all these things are happening, why this hatred, why the quietness, why the, shunness, the, anger. There was just a lot of anger. I grew up in a lot of trauma for years. I was born into it. And, it was an assignment. And what happened then and what I had to go through makes sense now in my spiritual awakening and serving my ancestors and learning more about who I am. But these people on this wall, they were there when I was a little kid to love me, to hug me, it's when I explain my story later on in my book, you'll know more. But without further ado, let's turn the camera around. I'm going to introduce y'all to a few of my family members. And just be respectful, please. So first and foremost, this is my grandpa, Oliver Nathaniel Mood. And he was a military man. I never got to meet him because that's just what life handed me. He was there for me when I was conceived. It was a question of whether or not, my mom was going to keep me because she was so young. And my grandfather did not make it a question. He made the phone call for the first prenatal appointment, and that was it. There was no conversations. And so he was my guardian angel when I was in the womb. And when I came into this world, even the doctors was like, she's not going to live. I came early. My mom had me at a very young age, and I was premature, 2 pounds, 1 ounce. And you wouldn't think about that was me now, looking at me now, but that was me then. And I survived, and I traveled with that man for 2 years, and I never saw him again. On his deathbed, I got to talk to him on the phone. And I wanted him to make sure that at the time I was a Jesus freak. So I was like, Grandpa, you gotta accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. And he passed. I love you, Grandpa. This is my great-grandmother, Wilhelmina Cooper. Butterscotch candy, peppermint candy, sugar cookies, and The Price is Right are my memories with her as a child. I would go and visit her whenever I was with this person, who is my step-grandfather, David Varner. And every chance I got to go outside with him as a kid, he would always take me to go see her, my great-grandma. The one that, I didn't know much about her. She was already like really, really old and gray hair and sitting in her rocking chair, but she always gave me money for ice cream. And I would sit with her sometime and watch The Price is Right. I like The Price is Right. This man right here, David Varner, everybody has different experiences with people, but David was always there to save me when I was forgotten. I was left and I was abandoned. And he found me several times. He gave me love in his own way. Midnight, 2 a.m. coffee breaks. Yep, that was him. Good old David. And he he didn't know. He just tried his best with loving me from afar, you know, married into a family that was already with trauma. And not that he was a saint, but in my eyes, he was kind. And cigarettes and coffee was the smell of him. And he was tall and light-skinned and lanky, but he always was on the move. He was safe to me. That's the first black man that was safe to me. I love you, Grandpa David. Mama Gertie took care of me when I was about 4 or 5. It was my first time experiencing Ladson, South Carolina. And I'm not really sure why at the time. I didn't know why I was staying with her, but that's who my mama left me with. And I was in good hands. Mama Gertie, my memory of her was dark brown skin, big thighs, big arms, always smelled like bacon grease, and she had hugs that felt like pillows. It gave me butterflies, and she always told me she loved me. And I stayed with her for like the summer for a couple of months, and that was the last time I seen her or talked to her. This woman here, her name she is my great-great-great-grandmother, Virginia Jones. And as you can see, a piece of her picture is missing. None of these pictures are originals. At the time I took these pictures of each of these people, I was in someone's home, and I used my cell phone to take the picture. And I saved it. And at that time, I didn't know that it would be utilized now. Sometimes you move with the spirit and you don't even know that the spirit is moving you. But she wanted to be known when I first came across all the pictures. And I eventually found her name, found out who she was. She's actually she's the mother of her, my great-grandmother. I found that out. And last but not least is Big Mama. Oops, sorry y'all. Big Mama. Big Mama, she's the mother to my grandpa, Oliver. Big Mama I never got to meet, but I always had dreams about her when I was little. And I didn't even know who she was until I found out from my mom when I described this woman that was Big Mama watching over me. So the ones who have pictures, hold on y'all. I'm all over the place. Oh, sorry. Let me turn this back around. All right, so I just really quickly wanted to share my family with you. The ones that have names in the picture frames is because I did not have their picture. And when I first started learning about ancestor veneration, I found out like there are kids who are adopted. There are kids who are like me. You know, they were separated from their families, especially like, you know, when the crack epidemic, excuse me, y'all, I'm just getting over a cold. When the crack epidemic first hit, it really destroyed a lot of our black and brown communities because it separated families. Kids were being snatched, stolen, killed, and we basically raised ourselves. So if any of you were out back in the 80s and watching this, you know what I mean, right? And so I lived most of my life after meeting all these people, I would say between the ages of me being born and 11. David was the last person that I saw. And I never heard from them. I never seen them. I didn't know, my life was going down a different path of just living with strangers. And so I suffered a lot of trauma in my family. And long story short, I never understood why, what was so much anger and why was our family like this. And as I began to do ancestor veneration, these are the things that I cried about. And the way that it came was I didn't have anything. And then at first it started with the pictures, and they were actually on my bedroom floor with no table. And I told them, I said, Grandpa, Grandma's ancestors, known and unknown, if y'all want me to do this, then, help me. Help me heal, help everything in my life heal, because I don't know what else to do. And y'all do that for me, and I'm going to put y'all on the table. I'm going to put y'all in beautiful picture frames and adorn you, right? So on my ancestor veneration table, that's the water. That's my glass of waters that I have for them. The candle, I put my business up there. I dedicated this business to my family bloodline because they deserve to be remembered. When I fix food for my family, I fix them a plate of food. That's some chicken, rice, and corn. And I put some fruits and cookies. Those are the cookies. I know y'all remember these cookies. I put a plant for grounding. And these feathers I found when I first started lighting candles and speaking to them on the ground. Now, yeah, I live in New York, but New York has pigeons, but you don't ever see a whole bunch of feathers when you come outside. But even if you did, that would be normal. But just one single feather in your path, like right in front of you, like as soon as you come downstairs or get off the bus or something like that, and there's one feather. And I was prompted to pick it up. And I found out that when you start doing your ancestor veneration, you're going to come across things like that. Nature, feathers, things like that is going to come. I bought them this beautiful crystal candy jar. This is something that, isn't that pretty? This is something that my great-grandmothers had. And I put little candy pieces in there for them. Butterscotch, Kit Kat chocolate, right? Because these are the things that I remember that they love. And so, I put that there for them, and I put a few crystals. This is amethyst. It's really good for, spiritual and psychic. I have selenite, which is also good for communication and clearing negative energy. And of course, I burn my incense and I light the candle. The candle should be lit because it's like the doorbell to the doorway to let them know that this is a point place for you to contact and communicate. And guys, this really works. This really works. So let me just do one more thing really quick. I wanted to show y'all that I do for my ancestors. And then I'm going to give y'all a little brief story, okay? We're already working on 20 minutes. And this was supposed to be short. Sorry. All right, let me see if y'all can see. All right, so I am about to do burning ancestor money for my ancestors to let them know that I love them. And it's also a gift of appreciation. So y'all should be able to see. And so ancestor money looks like this. And this is supposed to be 100 quadrillion. And you get like a whole bunch that you pay for, and I got it off of Amazon. And so as y'all can see, I write on the back who it goes to, and this is to my grandfather, Oliver Mood. So let me do this real quick, and then I'll let y'all see. So Grandpa Oliver Mood received this monetary gift with love, light, and peace. I fold it towards me because this is like a mirror image of sending it to them and receiving back the blessings to me. So whenever you're doing something for it to come back to you, you fold it towards you. So Grandpa Ollie, receive this with love, light, and peace. Ashe. And so you just sit it there and you watch it, and y'all should be able to see the green, but yeah, I just watch it, and you can see the smoke and everything, and I just burn money to them so that they're taken care of, and it helps clear karmic debt. You ever wonder why your money funny? Why, it just seems like every time you get, it's gone, or you just can't seem to have your paths right? It's because sometimes, like, people think that because their loved ones died, that the debt that their loved ones created dies. It doesn't, and it's not even just about monetary. It's also about clearing emotional trauma debt that's on your family line. Look how pretty that look. Thank you, Grandpa. So he received it wonderfully, and I love doing this. I love doing this. So let me turn this back to me. Sorry, y'all. This thing is so tough, but I love it. Okay. Sorry. So real quick, that's what I do. I burn ancestor money to my ancestors. And ever since I've been doing that, the healing in my family, and I know they're going to be watching, the healing in my family did a 360, guys. Okay? The things that I went through in life, I didn't know why I was going through it. And family wasn't there, right? There was a time I hated my last name, Mood, because I felt like it was cursed, right? And let me tell you, my family grew me up, and every foster home I went to, Jesus, Pentecostal, this, that, did all of that. I know the Bible left to right, but the healing was not there, not until I did this. And I'm not saying that what we were taught was wrong, but everything ain't for everybody, and everything ain't for every situation. And a lot of times, I fought when I first started this. I fought with my spirit because altar, no, thou shalt not this and thou shalt not that, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, you can't ask questions and go into the deep mysteries of life and then question it because of what you was taught when you was 2. Right? So I took a chance because I was desperate for my bloodline to heal. My family's last name is supposed to be written in the stars in fame. Okay? And when I see the generational curses of lack of marriage, lack of fathers in the home, mothers against daughters, fathers absent, strife, rape, child abuse, it's just dysfunction, separation within the family bloodline. It really just hurted me to see this and growing up. And I had those questions my whole life. My mother can be a witness. And, finally I realized by doing this. Everything I went through was for what I'm doing right now, to bring awareness to my family, to show them that these people on the wall, along with whoever else y'all know, they don't want to be forgotten. They are here with us. Their energy is in our blood. They are flesh of our flesh, bone of our bone, blood of our blood. And our legacy as the moods must go on in a positive way. We just need to bring healing back into our bloodline. And I'm asking y'all to really listen to what I'm saying and think about it, you know. I'm sure we probably all have had negative situations with people, but we only live once in this world. And if y'all continue to be separated, then where does that leave our legacy? Where does that leave our family bloodline? My kids to this day ask, like, where's all our family? I don't even know what to say. I was born into it. And I just dealt with the punches like so many of my other family members did. But that doesn't mean it has to continue. And this is not just to my family. This is to anyone out there that feel the way I feel, that's in the position I'm in, that has the desires to heal their family bloodline, their life, right? You were made for greatness. You were made to make change, to create change, to make things evolve for the better, to bring things that have died or seem dead back to life with change. And I hope y'all get to read my post about change. And this is what led me to do this today. This was very hard for me because this is intimate for me. This is my family. These are people that are near and dear to my heart. I die today or tomorrow. Those are the memories that are in my subconscious that will come back up, because those were memories that were created in my life with these people. This is why I love feeding them and burning money to them and lighting a candle and letting them know that I love you. I still love you. I still remember you. Help me. Help my family. Help our bloodline. What is it that needs to be done? And this is what they told me to do. Speak. Share. Tell your story. Open up your mouth. A closed mouth don't get fed. And I promise you, I've had experiences with them. I have seen changes in other people within my family's life. Good, not bad, good. Mama Gertie doesn't want to be forgotten. Big Mama, Grandpa Benjamin, they don't want to be forgotten. Grandpa David, Grandpa Ali, they don't want to be forgotten. Grandma Mina Cooper, she don't want to be forgotten. Grandma Virginia Jones, this is my great-great-great-grandmother. I look like her. I see my bone structure in her. And I know nothing. It can't keep going on like this. Anyway, guys, I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful week. I pray that my message, or whatever message the universe has for you, propels you to create positive change within your bloodline, within your life, within someone else's life. Okay? And thank you for tuning in to Miss Moon's Motivational Monday. I hope y'all continue to look out for my writings, my postings, because this is real. And I'm not one of those people that study philosophy and all of that. I can only tell y'all and show y'all my real experiences of why I do or what I'm doing because of what I've been through. And it works for me. It works for me. It works for me. So, I love my family. I love the Moods. I love all of y'all, even if your last name ain't Mood. But we're all connected and we're all family. And we need to get back to our roots. Please. It's important to remember those that came before us. And even if they weren't perfect, they have wisdom, okay? Their energy is here. I'm telling y'all, I'm telling you. I have seen things happen in my life since I started serving my ancestors and honoring them. Till another day, stay true to yourself. Live, love, and laugh. Ashe. Bye.